What's good? Yo, we checking it out, man. Y'all came over to my channel. The real dude, the real hustler, the real grinder, the real getter. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all real quick. Yo, we going down on what's happening in Memphis. I'm trying to change my picture around sometimes to be switching up, but I'll go with this one. That's like lively. See what I'm saying? I got a lot of art I do, y'all. So when I do my art, I do my motherfucking art, man. That was even better, but it's kind you can't see it all right there. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to y'all real quick about what's going down in a place called Memphis, Memphis, Tennessee. Well, what's going down there is crazy because we got Trump and them. They slid in town, and a lot of people are cracking jokes or kind of being funny about the youngsters up there that be causing a lot of ruckus because the whole point is that, well, where the fuck y'all at now? You got Trump and them out there. Y'all supposed to be super gangster. Like, ain't no way in hell this nigga gonna spook y'all. And it's like the shorties kind of disappearing. They ain't out there. They ain't posted. They ain't on their grind. They ain't on their hustle. They, and it's like, what's going on? Y'all supposed to be gangsters. Like, I know you ain't gonna be running from these little weak ass police, but or these National Guards. But this is like one of those telling points where it's obvious that they are gonna run. They are gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. They do not want to go to jail. They don't want to be accosted. They don't want to be locked up and caught up in some dumb shit. Let me see. In Memphis, scared of the National Guard. Scared of Trump. Yeah, we trying to see. It's a lot of people talking about them saying, "Yo, where y'all at?" Because a lot of times in these neighborhoods, the shorties be running it. You know what I mean? They basically got the guns. They'll pop out. They ain't scared of nobody, and everybody got to really watch them. You know what I'm saying? Be careful around them. But then you got it with Trump and now you see that Trump and them pop in, the white man, and everybody spooked, everybody piping down. All the thugs in Memphis scared of the National Guard. You guys could do the poll and let me know if you're sliding to the live. Oh, wait. I am live. I should be. Everything should be good. Sometimes you got to check this stuff because it'll be acting like it's live and it don't be. It's a whole bunch of drama like that. But the question is why they ain't out there being on gangster mode saying ain't no way in hell I'm leaving this strip. I don't give a damn what the police do, where the police at. I'm popping out. We out here. So that really be the question, you know what I'm saying? So as I was digging deeper into the conversation, I was seeing that some people was really laughing at the shorties and looking at them like mocking them a little bit. And it's like, damn. Sad ain't so, little homie. I know y'all ain't finna let them play with y'all like that. But in reality, we already know what reality is. And a lot of people not going to put themselves in harm's way of getting dealt with by the police because they will deal with you. You know what I'm saying? They don't have nothing to do. And when the shorties be young, they don't be capturing that. They got time, basically. That's just what the whole idea is. I got time. If I got to get locked up, I could do my time until you got to do your damn time. And when they put you in them buildings and throw you away, and it's like you didn't have to do yourself like that. But we see it play out every day in scenarios, where people do put themselves in trick bags like that. So let's let it play out real quick. We'll give it a gander after we hear what they're saying.
Right Plus News, I'm John Otto. Y'all been terrorizing Memphis, Tennessee for years. Terrorizing, terrorizing the city. Stealing cars, breaking in folks' houses, walking around like y'all real killers. Now, the killers is here, and y'all scared. Memphis has become the latest city in which the National Guard has been sent to as a move from President Trump to fight against crime and illegal immigration. According to statistics and security.org, Memphis is ranked the number one city with the highest crime rate at 9,400 crimes per 100,000 residents. This rate is 343% higher than the national average. For some, the presence of the National Guard has been upsetting, while others are responding differently to this latest deployment. In anticipation of the National Guard in cities known for crime, many have wondered how local gangs and thugs will respond. Just last month,
So we seeing that the people is ready for the National Guard, but now they there. And you see it's not people ain't lining up. Like you supposed to still be on gangster mode. You still supposed to be on G shit. You ain't supposed to pipe down because the National Guard there, but we know it ain't like that in real life. Motherfuckers is very scared and very trying to hide in mama crib so they don't have to deal with the damn police. But it's a reality that it is. Let me let Shorty explain what he was saying. He went viral for saying this.
After one man on TikTok would warn the military about the city's thugs.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a f*** I'm talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro.
Now, in all truth, they didn't send the police to Chicago, the National Guard. They went on here and just did the ICE thing down here. So the National Guard didn't line up. They actually got rid of the National Guard. So now, what's going to happen in Chicago? They moved to Memphis. So in Memphis, the police is there. The shorties is out there. 9,400 murders by 100,000 people. So that's almost 10% of the humans for every 100,000, and that's not bad. That's not good. So now you got Trump there. So now we'll see what they saying about the shortage. Because dude was talking about Chicago. He was saying they better not come to Chicago. Well, they didn't come to Chicago. They switched from Chicago. They went to Memphis, and they over there now. So now we'll see what's going on. All right, let's get to it.
Memphis residents have been taken to social media to share their reactions. Several black residents will even call out local thugs for going into hiding after.
Ain't no young niggas getting locked up right now. Ain't no but older people getting locked up, man. Bring your bitch ass back outside now, hoe ass young nigga. Y'all got these folks up here terrorizing our motherfucking ass right now. And you got your bitch ass in the house. I don't see where all the guns at that y'all be having on y'all at the store and shit, man. You don't see none of that shit now. You niggas scared, man. You shake ass niggas, man. You niggas ain't really about that life, man. Stay your bitch ass in the house when they leave too. Weak ass nigga. For real, you niggas piss me off with that shit, bro. Ain't no young niggas outside.
I ain't seen the ski mask in 2 weeks.
I ain't seen one in 2 weeks. I ain't seen no ski mask on, bro. I ain't seen nobody. Have y'all seen the ski mask?
Young guys in Memphis, I don't want no smoke before I say this. Why y'all in the house?
But you see how everybody feeling like, yo, y'all tough when it's just us. But when it comes to these white folks, everybody got busy. Everybody's schedule locked down. Everybody out of town for the weekend. So let's get back to it.
Now, y'all out here been spinning on your blocks, sliding on your ops and everything else, giving them all the energy. The National Guard is down there. Want all the smoke now. They want all the energy, and they're down here harassing regular citizens, regular 9 to 5, regular people that are just trying to go to work and have to survive through this economy. But y'all didn't went in the house and start playing PlayStation, Call of Duty, eating up all your AO lady, Zuzu's and Wham. She ready to get your corn feet funky ass up off her couch and send your ass back out there on the block and get that money, because that's what all you been doing. Standing in a motherfucking local liquor store with your ski mask on, won't let nobody actually come in there and actually shop at that local liquor store because you act like you own it. So I don't want no smoke when I tell y'all this. Come back outside with that same energy. They want to slide on y'all. They got some energy for y'all. Fool, I ain't.
So what y'all think, man? Let me know. Do the poll. Are the thugs in Memphis scared of National Guards? Obviously, we can see that they are, because these guys are living in that town. And they actually hands on the street. They seeing what's going on. And you wouldn't assume it. You know what I'm saying? You would have think that shit, the streets is the streets. And so the National Guard can't have it back. You know what I'm saying? But obviously we know that that's not going to be like that. They got real M16s. They got real rights to shoot them. If they do shoot them, they're not going to jail. They're not even going to be accosted by it. If they shoot a black person, it's even worse. So you could tell by watching it, this is going to affect money. This is going to affect people money. You know what I mean? The guys out there hustling and going crazy, getting money, they're affected by it. The people at home and who work every day, they're affected by it. And the National Guards, they just regular folks. So they got to come from their 9 to 5s over to the Army situation and try to deploy into another city, all because of what Trump and them got going on. But the neighborhoods is crazy. But what happened is that all of the stuff going down with the immigrants, they doing so much crime and drama on the immigrants, they ain't really got nothing to do with black people. We basically on the sidelines just watching it all happen. So they figured out something. Oh, I know what to do. Send the National Guard to the Democratic towns where crime is out of control. So if the shorties had their brain locked down or they figured out something to do with their life, there wouldn't even be no reason for them to come down with the National Guards. But we all know that it's a lot of idle time, it's a lot of nothing to do. So the neighborhoods is just like really a war zone a lot of times, and all around the country, not just in that town. Everywhere you go, it's like that in the black communities. It becomes a war zone because nobody's afraid. So that's why they say, I know who you're afraid of. You're afraid of the white man. Either you're going to work for him or you're going to be running from him. It's your choice. You do what you want to do, but we ready with every direction you want to do. You want to work for him? We got a job down here. We want to run from them? We got some National Guard, some police, some immigrants, some ICE. We'll chase your ass anywhere around America. So it's basically a checkmate. Just like when we used to play basketball and the guy put a check on you, or if a person is self-check, that's how black people are. We basically self-check. Like a self-check would be a person in basketball, if he's dribbling the ball and it bounce off his foot and way over there, or if he's trying to shoot the ball, his shot never hits. That's kind of how black people are. We basically self-check ourselves. We do something to make them have to come in here and dampen us down. But technically, they don't have to do shit with us because we're not going to be fighting like the immigrants doing all that. It's a different time frame now. So let's get back to the message.
Don't care when I say this, bruh. But since they brought the National Guard down to Memphis, I ain't heard no screeching tires out late at night. I ain't heard no gunshots. These folk really putting belt to ass right now. That don't mean that crime ain't going on, but these folk really got these folks scared to go out now. Like, this shit crazy.
I haven't seen no young YNs at the store posted. I haven't seen an Infinity fly past me in weeks. I'm sitting on my porch right now, and I'm watching kids outside playing. People outside walking with their kids, stuff I ain't never seen before living in my neighborhood. But all because we feel safe in this environment, unfortunately, because of the things that are happening here in the city. I hate it to be this way, but I'm happy. I'm happy. Honestly, I truly feel that this is just a band-aid to the problem. I don't think this is going to completely fix everything. But to have a moment of peace.
Man, it's crazy how basically all the YNs in Memphis been willing to hide it. Y'all been terrorizing the city for years. Walking around with Dracos and everything, with a standing clip, with drums and everything, with swishes, all in the corner stores and everything. Basically, man, acting like y'all the toughest thing in the world. Now that these National Guards and FBI agents and these folks down here, y'all hiding.
Well, that's really a big question to ask. It's like, why is everybody scared? See, that's one thing that's something to really think about when it comes to the streets and all that gangster shit. It's like you see that ultimately people do not mind going to spend 20 years in prison. They talk tough and act tough and be gangsters and shit, but technically, when it come down to it, when a white man smack them around, they're not gonna give a fuck about doing that much time. So then you sitting back trying to be down with them or even got something to do with the crime they in. Now you got to do that same damn crime because they connecting everybody. So the shorties ain't dumb by getting out the way. They trying to figure out something else to do. And if people had a lot more intellect or a lot more leadership, they'll be able to come up with brands or ideas that could help the kids want to get into it. Motherfuckers into hip hop. Motherfuckers into fashion. Motherfuckers might be into pills or whatever drugs they into. You could fucking find things to bring them around so that they could find something to do. Like, for instance, we was into hip hop. So marijuana was the heavy drug at that time, but it was obviously alcohol and shit too. But most people just smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? But there was problems with that, you know what I mean? Like, oh, y'all smoking weed, y'all crazy. Now obviously it's legal, you know what I'm saying? But the whole point about it is that it was something to do. Like we go to the club, we get to parties, we was doing shit, trying to focus on your grind, trying to focus on your dreams or whatever. I don't see the kids having that option for dreaming like that so much because of where you got to go with your dream. You ultimately got to find a white company to put some money behind you in order for you to chase your dream. And I think that everybody kind of figured out the move already. It's like, then what's going to happen to you? You end up getting your dream accomplished and you finish your goal. And what you in the P. Diddy situation or the Bill Cosby situation where you still can't leave gracefully and just have money and die a regular guy. Now you got to be up under the gun with them, putting crimes on you or whatnot. So it's, there we go, we back. All right, cool. Sometimes in the crash, there we go, we back. All right, cool. Sometimes it'll crash and freeze on me like that. Ain't nothing I can do about the internet. But let's get back to the message. I'm trying to get it back on the main screen. Okay, we back on the main screen. Check the audio.
Sometimes it
Bet we back in the game. All right, so let's get back to the message right quick, and we'll let the lady explain what's happening.
Of the National Guard, others have added another perspective, warning residents to not overlook the value of their city.
Now ask yourself this. If Memphis is so bad, why did Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, choose to drop his supercomputer right there? Why do billion-dollar corporations keep planting their flags in the 901? I'm going to tell you why. It's because Memphis is not what they're telling you it is. It's what they're hiding from you. Rule number one, always follow the money. While they've got you distracted arguing about crime and politics and fear, they're quietly buying up the land and flipping the script in their favor. See, crime is the curtain. The real show is control and cash. Hear me prophetically. The greatest wealth shifts always come wrapped in the disguise of chaos. They want you scared so you can scatter while they secure. Mark this down. Memphis, Tennessee is not dying. It's being rebuilt. In 5 years, you'll see what they were really doing while you were busy feeding on fear. Don't let the headlines hustle you. The city they told you to run from is the same city billionaires are running towards.
Now, just like
Now
Chicago,
that's a deep
Memphis' mayor Paul
that's
Young has
hey
expressed
yo,
concern.
that's a deep point because a lot of times you don't realize that a lot of times this all that is an underlay for the overlay, an underlay for the overlay. The idea is if I can make you afraid of the place that you're from, of your own self, basically you're afraid of the mirror. Like when you look in the mirror, you see you. You see the people who look like you. You went to high school with you, their cousins, your auntie, your friends. Even if they're not related, they live down the street. These are folks you've been seeing your whole life. But now all of a sudden, the idea from media is that there's an afraid element that you're supposed to have every single day. You're supposed to be afraid of these people who are basically your family members and people who you know. Let's say that's true. You are supposed to be afraid of such people, right? Let's do that. Now, what the reality of it is if you're afraid of these people, you want to get away from them. And then where are you headed? You basically just going to move around white people, around where they're telling you that there's supposed to be more comfort and freeness, and you can just be you. But then where they're going to come to is where you used to be, just like in New Orleans. They watched them people out, and then they over there now doing all kind of Hollywood movies. They renovated it. These are locations where millionaires are coming to live and stay because there's no more black people down there, especially the numbers that used to be before that water dropped in there. So it's the same thing happening with Memphis now. The guy's saying that they're about to rebuild this place, but they need you to get the hell out the way. So you're not just standing around. So obviously the media, the entertainment, journalism, people are going to put the messages out there that the mass media and the million billionaires want them to put out there. And if that message is you need to go, then most people are going to find that message something to listen to, and they're going to leave. And now what they got in Memphis is everything that you left behind. So it is definitely a way of thinking. But how do you survive the murder crimes and the death and the robberies and shit until you can figure out what's right? So it's like, again, it's this, the media, it overpowers you with your thinking, and you don't know what's right or what's good. You know what I mean? You got you looking at the younger guys, scaring the hell out of them, scared of them. Oh, he had a shiesty mask on, but black people don't make those masks. Black people just wear them. Black people just buy them and put them on. And then from that idea of buying it and put it on, they've added a stigmatism of death and murder towards these items. Well, if that's the case, then let's figure out what's the death and murder item for white people if they wear it. We already know the KKK hood, so we can't talk that. I'm talking about some normal stuff that white people put on, and then that lets you know it's a threat when they're wearing it. It's not. Tennis shoes, shirts, pants, bracelet, watch, none of that stuff is a threat to you. You don't even see it. But just wearing and seeing a young person with a mask on that probably came from China some damn where, it's supposed to make you feel like he's a threat on your life. These are stigmatisms that's supposed to drop into your brain. And they understand that through the messaging and the music. So now that item that he's wearing, or if his pants sagging, or if he got a hoodie on, then he basically is a threat where you can't even equivalate that to nobody on the white side. It's not nobody white that could wear anything that's supposed to be a threat on your life because they put it on. You could go any store from Dick's Sporting Goods where they actually got gun shit in there, all the way down to the fucking J.C. Penney's. What can they buy that they can walk down the street and when you see it, you say, oh shit, Damn, he got that on. Let me get the hell out of here. It's not like that. It's only like that in the stigmatism of black community. But that's again the messaging trying to tell you to be afraid of your own and be afraid of people that look just like you. Be afraid of your mirror. And then what are you looking for as help and comfort? White men, white people, whatever they got on. They got on army outfits right now in National Guards. But anything Caucasians wear is supposed to have you feeling safe. And anything that your own people wear, your cousin, your brother, the people from high school, your next door neighbor, it's a threat. You're scared. It's like shit. Then oh my God. So then what you're going to do, you're going to leave your community and move somewhere white, where white people believe is at. And then what you're going to do there? They're going to disrespect the hell out of you and make you feel like you are an outsider, because you definitely are. You too afraid to rebuild what you made and set in your own community. So let's get back to the story.
An issue with the National Guard being deployed to Memphis. In a recent press conference, Young would say,
I want to be clear, I did not ask for the National Guard, and I don't think it's the way to drive down crime.
With the National Guard only being in Memphis for 3 days now, it may be too early for any crime data to officially report back the deployment's impact. However, based on several black Memphis residents, the impact appears to be already felt. To note, Memphis's crime before the National Guard arrived had already dropped 16% in the last year, according to city data. Now, according to other reports, there's been 2 other times in history where the National Guard would be sent to Memphis. If you can recall, one would happen during a 1968 sanitation worker strike, and the other 2 weeks after in response to the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr.
So that ought to give you the history right there of the National Guard and black people. So it happened when Martin Luther King went down to Memphis and they was doing the sanitation strike. And everybody was like, yo, fuck that. We striking. We ain't going to work. We ain't doing nothing. So then Martin Luther King then came down. And then 2 weeks later, they brought the National Guards back because he got murdered. So this is the 3rd time that they ever brought the National Guards out to Memphis. And who are they for again? The black people. So when you hear the National Guard is coming out, that's a kind of a slogan in the white media to say, we're going to the black community. That's just kind of how it works in America. You start understanding that conversation. And then it's like, oh, okay, so National Guard mean they're going to black people neighborhood. Just like if you hear the word immigration or immigrant, your mind gonna automatically think Hispanic people. But they not the only people who come to America illegally. You got Asian people, you got East Indian people, you got people from white people from Ukraine or whoever country. So it's just not the words automatically make you think something, and that's exactly what it say when they say National Guard. When they say, well, National Guard's coming, that's necessarily for black communities. They don't do that to white communities. Because, in the white communities, they will literally fight. They're different. They will actually go out there and fight the National Guard, like throw shit at them and drive their car into them. So they don't even put themselves in kind of that kind of harm's way because they know themselves. But in our community, it's like they saying in here in Memphis, the National Guards come out, everybody go in the house and sit back and chill. And you just post your ass up in the crib. You don't walk to the store. You don't go to the gas station. You definitely going to be posted on your block. You don't be posted on the porch. You don't be sitting in the backyard. You cannot be riding around with no license. You got to be everything that you said you wasn't going to be just for that little time frame there in town. And we know they're going to leave. And then when they leave, you get back to doing whatever the fuck you want to do. And that's why the people calling them out like, damn, we know y'all going to get back to doing this shit. Why y'all scared now? But anybody would be pulling back, and anybody logically, even when they brought the National Guards out back in Memphis back in the day, after the National Guard come, everybody go run back in their house and be like, hey, they was rioting for Martin Luther King dying. So they was rioting. So, but obviously we know they was rioting. But after the National Guards got there, everybody went to the crib and said, all right, fuck that riot shit. And then they walked around for about 4 weeks, and then they was like, all right, this shit over with. National Guard left. Memphis go back to normal. So let's get back to the conversation and see what they got to say.
It is stated that the National Guard, while in Memphis, will support violent crime enforcement, and they will not patrol neighborhoods, nor will they conduct traffic stops or make arrests. So let's talk about it more in the comments below. Now that Memphis has become the latest city.
So now you see what's going on in Memphis. They're not even making arrests. They're not even doing traffic stops, but they are making sure that they pull up on the town and put their foot down on the city. And so now you got a chance to see why Memphis is changing. You know what I'm saying? At least for the most part for now. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to let me know what you think in the comment section about Memphis. Will you go to Memphis? Have you ever been to Memphis? Do you think Memphis is dangerous? Do you think it's only dangerous in the black community? Because we know it's a millionaire, billionaires up in Memphis now. Come on, we ain't that stupid. But obviously it's a conversation when it comes to the news that it's black people, it's the news. They're saying it's Memphis is going down, it's being terrorized. what can we say? You know, I mean, we're not living there, but we do know that we don't even see the National Guards on the news. Like where we're from, they don't show it on the news like that. So you don't really see the National Guard walking down the street in Memphis. You're not seeing it like that. They didn't come to Chicago. They bypassed our town, so you didn't see none of their activity until now. We're seeing the results of what the people are saying. So y'all let me know what y'all think, and I appreciate y'all coming to check out the channel, and more videos will be on the way real soon. Peace.